Okay, so this video is about emotional intelligence and how your brain affects your intelligence. So, first of all, emotional intelligence is basically your ability to perceive and understand and use your own emotions. So, not only your ability to understand what is going on with your emotions, but also to be able to understand other people's emotions and to be able to have empathy and understanding of other people's emotions. So emotionally intelligent people are very self-aware. They recognize, what's going on within themselves. They are very in tune to other people's emotions. And so oftentimes this makes them very successful in their careers, depending upon what their career is, marriage and parenting. So they're a better spouse, they're a better parent. This kind of graphic right here that I have is kind of illustrating some of the elements to emotional intelligence. So obviously in the upper left-hand corner, this is when you are aware of yourself, so you recognize what's going on with your own emotions. So this is emotional self-awareness, being self-confident. You have a very good assessment of yourself, being kind of in tune to yourself. Okay, but the bottom left-hand box is going to be the management. So being able to regulate and control your own emotions. So for example, being conscientious of what's going on with yourself, being able to kind of give yourself drive and motivation, being trustworthy. Those kinds of things are all about regulating your own emotions. And then the top right box is talking about the social aspect. So being able to recognize, for example, other people's emotions. So having a lot of empathy, okay, that would be recognizing other people's social emotions. And then the bottom right box is going to be actually regulating your emotions around other people and being able to manage it. So other examples of this would be being able to work as a team leader, work within groups and collaborate. Inspirational leadership it has on here. Being able to interact with others. So this box would be, if you think about, for example, the managers or bosses or even teachers or coaches that do a really good job of kind of working with you on things and being able to recognize how you feel about things and validate your feelings and how your understanding of things. And they're not necessarily giving in to you all the time, but they're going to be recognizing and they're going to be helping you be able to reach your fullest potential. So they're going to be kind of leading you down the right path. So they're not saying you're right all the time. That's not the point of a good leader. But the point of a good leader is to be able to recognize your strengths and being able to kind of guide you in a good direction. So that's kind of the idea of emotional intelligence. Now, some are concerned that emotional intelligence stretches the idea of intelligence way too far. Some people say, well, that's not really an intelligence. It's more like a skill. You can be good with people. And so, whether you agree with it or not, okay, there are people that argue emotional intelligence is a for sure thing, and you can be intelligent in that area, and it's not something that you can teach to a certain extent. And there's others that say, well, you can kind of get better. So take it for what it is. All right, the last part that I wanted to talk about with intelligence is your brain and intelligence. I'm sorry, ignore the 0.3 on the bottom. I forgot to activate it. First thing that I wanted to mention is that what they've found is the studies have shown that there is a positive correlation between brain size and your intelligence. So they've actually taken the brains of people that have died, people that they know how they performed on an intelligence test, and they will measure the size and the weight of the brain post-mortem and compare them. And they have found that people that have a higher intelligence, like for example, they still have Einstein's brain, generally have a bigger brain than somebody who has, for example, an average intelligence. So there is that positive correlation. Now, some people wonder, what is this a result of? They have hypothesized that it could be a result of genes. So it could be results of, what you get from your parents. It could be a result of really good nutrition. So this could relate to, just eating better. Could be a result of the environment and being able to talk about what's going on in your environment that is making your brain actually bigger and you more intelligent. There's also a positive correlation between the synapses and intelligence. Remember, the synapses are those connections between neurons. So the more connections you have between your neurons, the higher your intelligence is going to be. The less connections, the less intelligent, which kind of makes sense with all the stuff that we've talked about with memory and things. And the more connections you have, it all falls in line. So the better your memory is going to be, the more intelligent you're going to be. And there, lastly, is also a positive correlation between the processing speed and your intelligence. So the quicker you can process something, they say that the more intelligence, the higher intelligence you also have. All right, so that's it as far as the general information about intelligence. Let me know if you have any questions, and the next video will deal with intelligence testing.